just finishing putting a reef in the main. Got a squall coming in here, seeing, I don't know, something apparent, so 22, 23. A little bit of rain. We'll reef down now. And going. First wind I've had all day, it's been pretty light. Alright. Well, here comes the rain. I just saw gusts up to 30 knots. We're just kind of running away from it right now. Oi. Seeing up to 30 current. Well, when that squall came through, I was trying to reef in a jib and it was luffing, and it suddenly came out of the jaw of our whisker pole end, and I just took a look at it. It actually broke, like it's missing the pin now. So that's unfortunate. I probably need to get a new end cap in. The pole is quite old, maybe 2014 or something. I think for now though, I'm just gonna rig something up, like put a snatch block on the end with that EMA strap, and to make it still use it. I'm gonna do that before the sun goes down here, because in case I need to go downwind tonight, I don't want to be on the foredeck messing about with this. I think this should work. It has a swivel in it, so it should be able to spin out. And just did a fair lead, that's all it really does. So try that out, see how it goes. You can see the sheet is way up in the air. So you can see that pin is just missing and the spring in there. Usually this releases the jaw, and like that closes it up. But not there anymore. So I got attached here to the Dyneema loop for hanging the pole. I have a soft shackle around it, and this is a snatch block. The reason I use a snatch block is that you could open them up, so I don't have to rerun the entire sheet. I could just pop open this here and jam the sheet in, which I can do right now. Can't really, I need two hands, so I'll show you when I do it. So it goes in there, see the jaws open up. Okay, it's closed. I'm gonna put the after guy on and see how it looks when I pull some tension on there. It's in the block. We'll see. It's an experiment, so just for now, temporary rigging until I can find a new end cap. Squally. I hope it's not gonna be a long night. I hope it just dies out. I'm not in the mood. Maybe chasing squalls all night. I'm tired. I think I'm gonna move to double reef in the main. We don't need to break any speed records here. We're like 2 days out at 5 knots. We're doing it in 7s. I just want to keep it civilized for the last little bit here. It's getting a little gusty, but in the 30s at times.
I just, this is really gross, but I just threw up inside my mouth like a little while ago, and I have the patch on, and I think, so I don't actually feel seasick, but my stomach is not in good shape. Like, it feels like I've been on a roller coaster all afternoon. So it's very strange to not feel nauseous, but to feel really ill. We're having our last little sunset cockpit time. Oh god, I cannot wait for stability.
25, 26 all night. It's definitely come up. I think they were like 10 to 12 now. Maybe 15. Kind of stacked, kind of close together. Well, wouldn't be no ocean crossing without a little challenge. Certainly wavy today, 25, 30 knots. Just cruising along though under some reef jib.
They're probably 6 to 8 feet. Well, maybe, yeah, actually,
higher than our solar panels at times.
It's true. They're going up above. So, but they're also kind of, if you can tell, like not really rolling. They're more of like confused seas, which is what's causing our boat to be moving around the way that it is.
Oh my. Oh shit. Saw that one coming. The bow.
Oh my god.
Rolling on the God. Kind of on the beam too, eh?
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Here, then some of our things like
that's the other problem is they're
going
on the beam. It's blowing something horrible. I don't know, 25 plus or whatever. And this is what we're going to be in until we get in. So, one thing we learned from a couple friends of ours back when before we crossed the Atlantic the first time, is that like the last 1,000 miles, the last 100 miles, like every last mile is significant, even when you've already completed like 97% of your trip or whatever. Like, it just keeps going right to the end, and this is just like this weather right now. I'm thinking about them. Just say, like, basically their advice was always like, don't let your guard down or get complacent just because you're almost there, because anything can happen. It could be the last 5 miles, and so it just seems so fitting to me that that we're dealing with this at the end of this long passage that basically was pretty good. Like, this is probably the worst seas, well, for sure, that we've seen on this passage, right? By far.
Yeah,
so
the biggest seas. What do you think? Land ho!
It was a harrowing night.
It was a long night. The worst of the whole trip.
Oh man, and unfortunately I'm feeling a little ill again. It's so frustrating.
Oh, we'll be in, but we'll be still.
Yeah.
Yeah, last night was the roughest night of the whole trip somehow.
Wow, it's still pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty
aggressive out here, actually.
We were in like 28, 30 knots of wind. Sea stay was just very confused. We actually had 2 waves break into the companionway. Not like, what?
That's a lot of land.
Yeah, you haven't seen the land yet? Grace is just getting up.
Wow.
It's kind of like we're landing in the Azores almost, like this giant volcanic mountain. But anyhow, last night, yeah, we had not like full waves, but like a lot of water came in, like we had to mop it up. So we had to see the boards in, the companionway closed, the hatches closed, very hot. A lot of motion, and here we go.
I just realized that we didn't film last night, so you don't know what I'm talking about. But when I was saying it was a harrowing night, it was basically just super aggressive. The motion was bad, but also when I was on watch, the autopilot just crapped out at like, say like midnight. And because there was so much wind, by the time we got out here, the helm was way over. So like everything slammed from one side of the boat to the other. Even though I jumped up the second that whoa.
It happened so fast.
Right. Yeah. It just happened so fast.
Shows that we should need an autopilot. I don't know how you'd ever self-balance a boat to go downwind. It's impossible.
Excuse me. And do we know like why?
I don't know what's going on with the autopilot. Like, it's a brand new drive, but we had rudder response failures like probably 3 times a day, and I would say like pretty balanced. I don't know if like our rudder feedback unit is going. That's what like tells, like rudder means like the drive is trying to do something, but the computer's not seeing it. So I don't know. I gotta look at that. It's working, but it's not as dialed as it should be. I don't know if it's my settings. Like I haven't, we haven't really adjusted the settings on the autopilot.
I just remember the other weird thing that happened last night is the compass.
Oh, it's still going on. Like see this?
What?
Like our heading the true is 227. We're telling it to do 204, and it's just like 20 degrees off. And but it's holding a course, but it's like
never had this before.
I don't know if it's we're in a different. I don't know if like the magnetic field changed a ton, or when I installed the new autopilot, I didn't calibrate the compass. I don't know, but it wasn't doing that earlier in the trip.
No, it wasn't.
It's holding. Like it's It looks like we're heading. There's a big heading.
No, it changed. It wasn't doing this.
No, never. So I don't know. That's a weird one. But our tracker's back. Our tracker went down. That fixed itself. I don't know if our website's backed up yet. I tried that last night. I couldn't even get in.
How beautiful is that land?
I know. Land. Oh, wow, the water looks so blue in this lens.
Yeah. I was just saying to Bill, this is so much better than I imagined, and I don't know if I just can't remember from our other passages or if it's hitting different this time, but I'm so excited. I can't stop smiling.
Really new place? We haven't really been in a new place in years, so.
We
haven't pressed motion in 5 years, so.
It's so beautiful. Like, I don't know if the camera is gonna pick it up, but like there's little birds that are just flying over the wave caps. Pretty little white birds, and the seas are steadying out now a little more as we get closer. Crazy. I can't believe we did this.
I know, we did it again. Relatively civilized, considering. All things considered.
All things considered, it was relatively civilized. I agree with that.
A little sail. Some shape issues, but nothing too major.
Nothing too major. And
Spinnaker pole has a little damage.
the weather we had yesterday was extreme.
Yeah.
But that was just one day. And then the ITCZ, that was annoying.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we went dead downwind all that much, which is funny for an ocean crossing. Like, the pole hasn't been used. I set it up, we haven't used it in a week.
Thank God, because we didn't have our code 0.
Yeah, we didn't have our code 0, so all good though.
There she is. Beautiful
land.
I was just thinking of something that I wanted to tell you guys. A feeling that I'm feeling right now as we approach land. You don't realize like how much tension you're holding until you get to the end. And it's just like the last 21 days have just been this long, extended, unresolved tension that you're not fully aware of, I don't think. And when you get this close, you know you're almost there, it's just like a massive release of tension. And it's such a good feeling. Damn. Let it go, let it all go. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think the fear comes from, or the unsettledness comes from the fact that you're going into a wilderness. Like anytime you go into a wilderness, you're really on your own and you're left to your own devices, but the Pacific Ocean is one of the most vast wildernesses that remains out there. Can't really be much further away from humanity, except maybe the Southern Ocean somewhere. So I think that's where the tension goes away though. You're like, you do realize you're on your own and you're totally have to be self-sufficient. So, you're kind of waiting for that shoe to drop a little bit. A little bit of paranoia is good for offshore sailors.
Yeah, that's
it's important. And, you have to be a little bit paranoid.
Like, and just that voice in the back of your head that's doubting, like, I just realized that there was a part of me that was questioning whether we were going to make it, because now I feel like we're going to make it.
You never know. I mean, especially going to all the seminars, like how many boats are lost each year doing this, so.
Yeah, but it's like I didn't even think about that during passage. Like, I didn't feel that fear of like, oh, are we going to make it? But now that we're in, I realize that that was always in the back of my mind. Like,
yeah, and it's always there a little bit.
Question.
I think it'd be crazy not to think it a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I think it's just taking destiny into your own hands a little bit. Like, you control your own destiny. Yeah. It's one of the last few things in society you can do that you really take your own, you know, there's no rules, there's no like safety nets, it's just you and the boat and your preparedness level.
Yeah.
What a beautiful shade of blue.
It's gorgeous shade of blue.
Look how it's just like azul blue, crazy.
That island.
I like the clouds and the mountaintop.
So beautiful. Oh yeah, I just got a whiff. Man.
Just felt nothing for so long.
Yeah. And we were just talking off camera about all these little white caps. And this acceleration zone that we're in here, it's blowing like 25 knots. And I think it's just some kind of effect here as we get closer to this land. Oh, we just took in the jib. Kind of happened quick, so I didn't film it. But dropped the main, took in the jib, and got the engine going because we are only a couple miles out from this anchorage now. You're seeing leaves in the water. It's so crazy.
Land.
And there's all these fish jumping. I don't think I'm getting it on film. They're little mini fish. They're not flying fish. I don't know what they are.
For bait.
Yeah, there must be a lot of life here. Just cannot stop filming this beautiful cliff. There's little birds everywhere. And there's boats. I see masts.
We did it! What a ride.
Yeah. We are just turning off the engine now and admiring our beautiful backyard.
Punk.
And when we were coming in, there was like this sound coming from over here, which I realize now is goats. There's like 3 or 4 goats. I don't have the zoom lens on, so I don't know if you'll be able to see them, but certainly an extremely dramatic anchorage. Beautiful. Well, I thought that when we first got in, I would just want to jump in the water and then think about eating, because we actually didn't eat yesterday. It was just too rough. So I think Bill had a peanut butter sandwich. I had crackers and Raisin Bran. And I didn't eat that much the day before either. So anyway, I'm just floored because all I want to do is sit here and look at this beautiful landscape. Like, I just don't even need to move from the spot. Like, I don't even need to go in the water. I'm just so happy just to look at this beautiful land. And it's kind of surprising to me. kind of meal do you want to make?
You want to do like, what do you want to do? Like,
Have you seen the bacon in the bacon?
bacon? I think bacon would be nice.
Just fried up some bacon. We talked to our parents, did a little quick video chat, and now we're making some eggs. And I think we're both, I mean, we're elated, but we're depleted. So we're gonna eat this nice meal. Bacon tastes phenomenal. And wait for our friends to arrive. One of the boats that left with us, which I don't think we've talked about on film, Promise Kept. The sailors on that boat are Michael and his daughter Chloe, and they just arrived. So they were pretty much the next boat right after us. I mean, definitely the next boat after us. Sorry, I'm out of it. But Kiana is coming in maybe 6 to 8 hours. So probably more like 6 hours. So yeah. Anyway, the boat's a wreck. Everything smells. Everything's super salty. Yeah, so anyway, TBD.
Look who it is. Look at the cat dragged in. You made it. With the Mexican courtesy flag up the whole way. I love it. I'm very Kiana. How beautiful, eh? How epic is this place?